Assalamu alaikum. So we are starting with the characteristics of measurement. We will start from where we stopped last time. So I'll share my screen. There are only 7 participants till now. I hope everyone will join within the time frame. Okay. So we will start with yesterday we completed with linearity. We know when the instrument is called as a linear instrument and when do we call the instrument as a non-linear instrument. So today what we will be covering is sensitivity. Okay, so when do you say that the instrument is sensitive and when do you say that the instrument is not sensitive, not that much sensitive? So how do you determine the sensitivity? Secondly, you would like to know, is sensitivity desirable or undesirable characteristics for the instrument? If it is desirable, it should be high. If it is non-desirable, it should be low. So before starting with sensitivity, we would like to know something about sensitivity. So I'll again do my work with the one note. So I'll write something for you. Sensitivity. One second, huh? I'll just change the thing. Yeah. So this is the block diagram. I'll explain you block diagram afterwards. Initially, what I'll do is I'll write sensitivity for you. What do you mean by sensitivity? Initially, if I want to write sensitivity, okay, sensitivity is actually denoted by K in many of the books. So you can use the notation K. Sensitivity is nothing but sensitivity is something like suppose I am taking this side. So there will be a response. Response matlab there will be a output from one side and there will be a input from another side. Okay, there might be many systems which are connected to each other. It might be a composite system. You might have system number 1, system number 2, system number 3. All the systems are connected. Matlab input will pass from here, it will go to here. Here again you will get an output. This output will become an input to this system. Okay, then it will again give an output. This output will again become an input to this system, and this will again give the final output. So whatever is the output, we also call it as response. What do we call it as? We call it as response. So sensitivity is nothing but magnitude of response. It is a ratio of magnitude of response, okay, to the input signal, or magnitude of input, you can say. I hope you're getting. Okay? So sensitivity is nothing but magnitude of response to the magnitude of input signal. This is how we define sensitivity. We'll get into details of sensitivity. First, we will try to analyze. Okay, we will try to analyze sensitivity. We will try to analyze the sensitivity again with the help of a graph. I would like to tell you that sensitivity and this thing, what do you say? Sensitivity and linearity have something in common. Actually, if you know sensitivity, there is no need to know the term linearity. That's why I explained linearity before, so that you also get into, you also take into consideration the linearity concept. Okay. So what I'll be explaining right now to you is, I'll take a graph. One second. I'll be taking a graph and I'll try to present sensitivity for an instrument. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to take. Okay. Now, suppose, just give me a second. There is an input. Okay. And to the input, we are getting some, again, we are getting some output. Suppose this is the output. Okay. This is the reading. Matlab, this is the way the instrument is behaving. Okay. So what we are putting is, we are putting something. What do we call it as? Where is my cursor? Yeah. What do we call it as? We call this side as an input and we plot it against output, and we tell this kind of a curve as calibration curve. Okay. This is nothing but our calibration curve. So now we are going to plot something. So suppose I have plotted this thing for some kind of an input. Okay. And I'm getting some kind of an output. Okay. And I'm getting this kind of a response. I'm getting this kind of a response. Okay. I'm getting this response. Now you know that this is nothing but a straight line. And since it is a straight line, we also know that this is also having some slope. Okay. So what I'll try to do is, if I try to find the slope of this thing, suppose I'm considering 2 points. 1 point I'm considering at this level. It might get a little I'll do one thing. I'll draw everything with the help of a line. Okay. I'll try to take the slope of this. Where is the cursor? Yeah. I'll try to take the slope of this. So for taking slope, I'll just take a line. Just give me some time. You will be able to understand the concept of sensitivity properly. So suppose I'm taking this point. Okay. Okay. So this line. Now what I'll do is I'll again take this line. I'll put it somewhere. Suppose I'm putting it this is it. Okay. So here you can see, here you can actually see this will be y2 minus y1, and this area will be, this distance will be x2 minus x1. So if you want to define sensitivity, what will be the sensitivity like? Y2 minus y1, okay, upon x2 minus x1. Now you know that y2 minus y1 is nothing but response, magnitude of response, and x2 minus x1 is nothing but magnitude of input. So this is called as sensitivity. Okay, if this ratio is constant over the input to output profile, for input to output profile, whatever might be the input to output profile, for this input to output profile or for this instrument, I am getting this kind of reading. If this ratio is constant, okay, then we call that the instrument is linear. Okay, if the sensitivity, matlab if this ratio is constant, so we were not knowing what to call this ratio earlier when we studied linearity. So now we know that this ratio, whatever is constant, we call this ratio as sensitivity. If the sensitivity is constant, then the instrument is called as a linear instrument. Okay, and if the sensitivity is not constant, if the sensitivity is varying or the sensitivity is not constant, then what do we call it as? If it is not constant, one second, if it is not constant, we will call the instrument as non-linear instrument. Okay, so I would like to give you an example, or I would like to draw a graph for you for non-linear instrument. Suppose this is the output. Okay, this is the response. Matlab, we are getting some input and we are getting some output. Okay, so what I'll try to do now, if I try to take a slope, if I take a slope here, I'll get some value of k. If I take a slope here, I'll again get some value of k. Now this k initial, this one, this k won't be equal to this k. So if k1 is not equal to k2, then what do we call it as? The instrument is not sensitive. Okay. Yeah, you, sorry, we can the instrument is sensitive. What we can say is that the instrument is non-linear. Okay. So I hope you understood what is the concept of sensitivity. Okay. You got an actual interpretation. What do you mean by sensitivity? Whatever you have seen till now, it is almost or almost similar to linearity. But in regard to linearity, what we are adding is we are making that term which was called as constant, linearity constant. That constant is called as sensitivity. If that constant is if that value is constant, the instrument is linear. If that value is not constant, then the instrument is non-linear. Can anyone let me know if they are understanding? Just put it in the chat box if you are getting. Have you understood till now sensitivity? Confirm, everyone. Anas has responded. Anyone else? Yeah. Arham has responded. Anyone else? I don't want to mute you people, unmute you people. I just want your response here. If you can respond. Sufyan has responded. Anyone? Everyone is understanding. Should I proceed? We don't have much time. Just let me know. Only 21 participants are there today. I think everyone comes late for the lecture. Just for the attendance? Okay. I'll just continue with the lecture. Okay. So we have got some idea of sensitivity. Now I will try to elaborate this sensitivity for you. Just give me a second. Okay, so you have got some meaning of sensitivity till now. I'll just try to complete this thing for you with respect to this block diagram that I have shown. Okay, so what we understood by this block diagram, that there are three systems. First system, suppose this is having a sensitivity K1, this is having a sensitivity K2, and this is having a sensitivity K2, K3. Now we know that there will be some input, and to this input, whatever is the input signal, I'll get some output here. Okay, let this output be called as theta 1. Now this output will again become an input to this system, and we will get another output which will be theta 2. Now again this output will again become input to the third system, and I will get some output. Let this be output be called as theta naught, total output. Okay, someone is annotating the screen. This output is called as theta naught. So if I want to find sensitivity of the first instrument, it will be whatever is the output, total output upon, because this output will also be a difference of the system. Okay, so I can write theta 1 by theta I. If I want to write K2, it will be what? Theta 2 by theta 1. Can anyone tell me what will be the value of K3? Can anyone tell me what will be the value of K3? What will be the sensitivity of the third instrument? Anyone? So yeah, have you come late? You can see the video afterwards. Okay. Can anyone tell me what will be the third output of the third system, please? Can anyone let me know what will be the output? What will be the sensitivity? Ashish has responded theta naught by theta 2. Theta naught, yeah. So we can write it here. Output of the third system. I'll just put it. Just give me a second. So if I want to write the output of the third system, first of all, what I'll do is I'll try to change this thing. I've written it far away. So if I want to write output of the third system, it will be theta naught by measure, whatever is the measurand, whatever is the response to whatever is the measurand value. So theta naught by what I'll write is theta 2. Okay. Now if I try to multiply all the signals, all the sensitivity, just look at this. K1 into K2 into K3. So what I'll get is theta 1 by theta I into theta 2 by theta 1 into theta naught by theta 2. Okay. Theta naught by theta 2. Yeah. Is it right? Yeah. If it is okay, then we can see this term getting cancelled. And is there a theta 2 also getting cancelled? So what I am getting from this is theta naught by theta I. Okay. So if I want to write the total sensitivity, I can put it K is equal to K1 into K2 into K3, which will be equal to theta naught by theta naught by theta I. So if I want to write overall sensitivity, okay, overall sensitivity, if I want to write, what I'll write overall sensitivity, it is nothing but final output upon initial input. So it will be, you can directly see final output upon initial input. So it will be nothing but K will be equal to, this will be theta naught, and this value will be theta I, and this will be my K. We can directly understand from here that this value will be equal to what? K will be equal to K1 into K2 into K3. Okay. I hope you understood the concept of sensitivity. Okay. I'll just go to the slide again and I'll try to explain this thing to you. Okay. I'll explain all the slide value things that I've mentioned. So one minute, I need to disable the annotation. Yeah. So what is the first? It is the ratio of magnitude of response, that is output to the input signal. It is denoted by K. K is nothing but change of output to change of input. When calibration curve is linear, sensitivity is constant. When calibration curve is non-linear, sensitivity is not constant. This point is very important. Can anyone tell me what will be the unit of this? I would like to know what will be the unit. If I want to know, I want correct answer. I want you to think about it. What will be the unit? What will be the unit of sensitivity? It is the ratio of output to input. Can anyone tell me? Unitless. Okay, nice, Ashish. Anyone else? Ratio of output to input. Can anyone tell me? Okay, Anas is saying no unit. Anyone else who wants to respond? Or should I make you respond? Arham has also responded. Anyone else? I would like you to respond. Everyone. There are 25 participants. Ratio does not have any unit. Very nice. Logical. Anyone else? Anyone else? Who is this 18ME108? 18ME108. ME108, are you sleeping? Tell me the name of 18ME108, beta. Write it in the chat box. What's the name of 18ME108? Resh, why are you not? Okay. Shahid. Okay. Okay. It is unitless according to you. Now I will put an example. I'll just put an example for you people and I would like your response to this. Okay. I'd like to know from you, what do you think about it when I'll put it from your side. You have told to me that sensitivity is not having any unit. Now, I'm just putting an example. Resistance thermometer. You have heard about thermometer. I'll just explain it to you. What do you mean by resistance thermometer? Okay. Resistance thermometer. सबसे पहले I would like to explain to you what do you mean by a transducer. Okay. Transducer is an instrument which converts one form of signal, whatever might be the form of signal. It converts one form of signal to another form of signal. Okay. To another form of signal. This is called as transducer. Okay. So according to this, resistance thermometer is nothing but a type of transducer. You will learn about transducer in second module in great detail. You learn about actually all the things that are there in your module. Angular measurement, pressure measurement, acceleration measurement, velocity measurement, displacement measurement, all these are transducer. Actually, one form of signal is like mechanical signal. Where is my cursor? Yeah. One form of signal is like, actually it is a mechanical signal in R form and it gets converted into electronic or electrical signal. Okay. So anything that converts one form of signal to another form of signal, that is called as transducer. So what do you mean by, is there, I think anyone wants to ask? No, unitless, nothing. So what do you mean? So if I would like you to know resistance thermometer, so what does resistance thermometer do? It converts temperature. Just listen to me carefully. It converts temperature value into resistance value. Now listen, it converts temperature value to a resistance value. You know, I hope you all know that resistance is directly proportional to temperature. Has anyone heard about it? I'll unmute everyone. I would like to know from you. Everyone, I have unmuted everyone. Do you know resistance is proportional to temperature?
Yes, sir.
Where have you heard it? Where have you studied?
Sir, in BWE.
Very nice. Anywhere else that you have studied resistance is proportional to temperature in mechanical subjects, in core mechanical subjects? Have you studied somewhere? Yeah. So yeah. Anyone else? Have you studied about resistance is proportional to temperature in any of the mechanical subject till now? Anyone? 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 Will I get some answer? If I get some answer, that will be better for us to interact better. Tabish? Tabish?
जी सर.
Have you heard about resistance is proportional to temperature in any of your mechanical?
Sir, हाँ sir, related to mechanical subjects, I think so sir. In thermo there was a term.
Okay. Any other subject where resistance, thermodynamics, there was a resistance concept in thermodynamics. Are you sure?
सर इसलिए सर मुझे लगा सर आई
आई में
आई में
हाँ,
था.
और कोई सब्जेक्ट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट है. शोएब 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 अख्तर. हाँ.
यस सर.
सुना है रेजिस्टेंस और टेम्परेचर में रिलेशन है.
सर मटेरियल टेक्नोलॉजी
आई
सर एमटी.
Where you studied in MT? I'll give you an example. Now listen. Yeah. R is equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha T. Have you heard about it? Have you seen this?
यस सर.
Where?
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स.
It was in SOM, strength of material. Remember the topic? Strain, stress and strain. First topic. Altamash sir taught you or didn't taught you? Do you know it was there? Anyone? Temperature stress. Very nice, Naushad. Very nice. I was expecting this thing. Naushad responded. MashaAllah, he knows the this kind of subjects very well. I think he's the topper of your class. Nice. You have studied. So we can directly know that resistance is proportional to temperature. Okay. Now what does a resistance thermometer do? Resistance thermometer. 1 second. Where is my cursor here? Resistance thermometer. It detects the temperature. It converts it into resistance. Okay. It converts it into resistance. So if I want to, suppose if I want to plot something, suppose this is my temperature in degrees Celsius, and this is my, where is the cursor? This is my resistance in ohm. So will sensitivity have unit or it will not have unit? Let me know now. Will sensitivity have unit or it will not have unit? Will it be having unit or not? Tell me. Hello? Will sensitivity be having unit or not? Anyone?
Sir, it's no unit. I think it's degrees.
No, its unit will be again ratio of response. What is the formula? Ratio of response to? What is the formula, everyone? Ratio of response to? What is the formula? I think everyone is sleeping in the class.
Response to input, sir.
Only 2 to 3 people are responding. If this is the way, we can't carry out online. I expect you people also to respond to me. So if it is response to input and if response is in ohm and input is in degrees Celsius, so it will have unit as ohm per degree Celsius. So sensitivity has unit. It depends what kind of instrument you are using and whose sensitivity are you going to measure. Okay. If you are going to measure the sensitivity of resistance thermometer, it will have some unit of response to the unit of input that you are going to give. I hope you're getting thermocouple. Have you heard about thermocouple? If you have heard about thermocouple, what does it do, thermocouple? It is also a temperature measuring instrument only. What happens in this is resistance thermometer mein there is a temperature. Temperature gets converted into resistance and this again gets calibrated to some kind of a value which is digital and you can see directly on your screen. You can even see it through a pointer, but it gets converted into temperature value only at the end. At the end you will get temperature value only. But if you want to measure its resistance will be in response. That response will be in resistance. Sorry, if you want to measure its sensitivity will be in response, which is resistance to input, which will be temperature. Okay. Okay. So I think we have completed this thing. Like I would like to conclude on this thing that sensitivity has a unit. For suppose if there is a resistance thermometer, it will have some unit like ohm per degree Celsius. and its unit depend upon the input and the output signal that you are going to put and that you are going to measure. Okay. One more thing I would like to know from you. I'll just give you a graph. I am expecting you people to answer to me. I am expecting you people to answer to me. I'll just put a graph. I hope everyone is listening what I am saying. You can respond to me in the chat box also if you want. Now, I'll just put a graph for you. I'll just put something for you and I'd like to know your answer for this. Just give me a second. Okay, one line. There are two responses that I'm going to put. Okay, another line. Now, there will be some input and there will be some output. Suppose again, I want to tell you that this is in degrees Celsius and the output, suppose I am telling it that the output is in ohm. Now, if I want to measure, suppose I want to measure the response or I want to measure sensitivity. This is for instrument number 1 and this is for instrument number 2. And give me a second, I would like to measure. Yeah, for these 2 points, I hope you are able to see. For these 2 points on my screen, I would like to measure the sensitivity. This, suppose this instrument has a sensitivity for that 2 point as K1 and this instrument has a sensitivity for the same 2 point as K2. For this same 2 point, I would like to know which instrument will have higher sensitivity. Will K1 be greater or K2 be greater? Let me know. Which value will be higher? Let me know in the chat box which value will be higher. Out of the two instruments input to output reading, which one will be higher, K1 or K2? Just think about it, K1 or K2. What is the formula? I hope you're understanding. See, I'll just put it for you. If you want, I will put and I will try to help you out with this. Just give me a second. I'll just make it more clear for all of you. It is not about just completing the topic. It is more about learning the things. Yeah. See, what I'm doing, I'm trying to put a line. You can see this line. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll take another line. Those who have not been able to understand, they will understand it from here. I've taken another line and I have again put it here. Okay. Okay. Done. Yeah. Done. One more thing. What I'll do, I'll take a black color line. Suppose I'm taking a black color line and you know that this point, suppose I'll draw it directly. I can draw this line directly. That is not an issue for me. Okay. Now this will be what? This part will be what? Output. And for this second instrument, what will be the output? This will be the output. Is the input common for both? Yeah, input is same for both, right? For both the instrument, input is same. What is changing? Here the output is less or more. For K1, output is less, and here the output is more. So can you tell me which value will be higher, K1 or K2? Now, those who have not responded, K2. I hope everyone is getting. K2 will be higher. So this is what I wanted to say. If K2 is higher, that means that K2 has higher sensitivity. I hope you're getting. K2 has higher sensitivity. Matlab, even if for smallest input, if I am putting smallest input and if I am getting high output, yeah, if I'm putting smallest input and for that smallest input, if I'm getting the highest output, what does it indicate? It indicates to me that my instrument is going to give me the output for smallest reading also. Even for the smallest reading, least reading, I am going to get some kind of an output. Okay, so those kind of instruments which respond even to the smallest input, those instruments are having higher sensitivity. So if you want to consider, generally we should prefer instruments which are having higher sensitivity. Okay, we prefer instruments which are having higher sensitivity, not too high. Like if I am on 0 line, and even though I am on 0 line, it is giving me some output, so that is not preferable. Okay, for 0 input I should not get any output. I hope you are getting. For at least, but for a minimum input, if I am getting high output or some output for 0 input, that is not preferable. But even for a minimum input, if I am getting some output, so such instruments are preferable. So generally instruments with higher sensitivity are preferred. Okay, okay, everyone understood? Can someone put it in the chat box if they are getting? Yeah, okay. So instruments with higher sensitivity are generally preferred. Why they are preferred? Because they will give the input for the smallest output also. I'll just put it. I'll just clear it. You can see it in the theory. Sensitivity should be as high as possible, but it should not cross the limit. Okay, it should not become more sensitive than required. It should be as high as possible to measure the output signal for the smallest change of input of an instrument. Okay, now I will get to the next slide. We have completed sensitivity only till now. We have wasted 33 minutes. Matlab we have utilized. I have put this thing. I think there is no need to explain this thing to you now. Now, I would like to explain to you what do you mean by drift. Okay? Let's just get to the theory. Just give me a second. Now, I would like to unmute all of you and I would like to hear from you. ये drift word कभी सुना है क्या तुमने? Have you heard about the word drift? Shahid?
Yes, sir.
Have you heard? Salman? Yeah, Salman.
हाँ सर.
सुना है तुमने ड्रिफ्ट के बारे में?
यस सर, कार में होता है ड्रिफ्ट.
क्यों होता है ये ड्रिफ्ट?
सर मतलब
फ्रिक्शन कम हो जाता है या ज्यादा हो जाता है?
तो फ्रिक्शन बहुत कम हो जाता है, इसकी वजह से वो ऐसा हो जाता है.
वेरी नाइस. एनीवन वुड लाइक टू ऐड? कहीं देखा है ड्रिफ्ट तुमने? अच्छा, ड्रिफ्ट डिजायरेबल है कि अनडिजायरेबल है?
अनडिजायरेबल.
वेरी नाइस. क्यों अनडिजायरेबल है? क्योंकि वो क्या करेगा, डैमेज कर देगा ना सिस्टम को.
हाँ सर, मतलब मेजरमेंट के टर्म में सर मतलब रीडिंग परफेक्ट नहीं आई है.
हाँ, पहली चीज क्या है, अनडिजायरेबल है. दूसरी सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज क्या है? अनडिजायरेबल एक चीज है, एक्सीडेंटल है. ड्रिफ्ट क्या है? एक एक्सीडेंटल चीज है जिसको आप कितना भी रोकना चाहे, उसके लिए आपको अगर ड्रिफ्ट को रोकना है तो आपको बार बार अपना टायर चेक करते रहना पड़ेगा, बराबर. और टायर को इस हिसाब से चेक करना पड़ेगा कि अगर कहीं पे ऑयल पड़ा रहेगा, कहीं पे ऑयल स्पिल रहेगा कहीं रोड पर, तो मैं ध्यान दूं कि वो रोड पर मैं स्लो हो जाऊं. क्योंकि मैंने अगर कितना भी टायर चेक किया है, अगर हल्का सा भी इशू रहेगा टायर में, और सपोज करो मैं ऐसे रोड पे चला गया जहां पे ऑयल स्पिल्ड है, तो ऑटोमेटिकली मेरी गाड़ी क्या हो जाएगी? ड्रिफ्ट हो जाएगी. क्यों ड्रिफ्ट हो जाएगी? हाई स्पीड पे ये ज्यादा होता है. मतलब मुझे स्पीड कंट्रोल करना पड़ेगा, मुझे रोड कंडीशन देखनी पड़ेगी, मुझे टायर देखना पड़ेगा, अल्टीमेटली मुझे मेंटेनेंस देखना पड़ेगा हर एक चीज का, बराबर. तो अगर मैं ड्रिफ्ट को एक्सप्लेन करना चाहूँ लेमन टर्म में, तो ड्रिफ्ट इंस्ट्रूमेंट के टर्म्स में क्या होता है बताता हूँ मैं. लिख दे, पहले एक काम करता हूँ, इसको क्लिक कर देता हूँ. 1 सेकेंड. ये कहाँ चला गया? 1 सेकेंड. गिव मी अ सेकेंड. Just give me a second. Yeah, just look at these things that I have written. You will be able to explain, understand everything. If you just look at this slide, I'll try to explain. सबसे पहली चीज क्या है? It is an undesired gradual departure of the instrument output. ठीक है? Over a period of time. देखो कभी कभी आउटपुट चेंज होता है ना. कब आउटपुट चेंज होता है? जब हम इनपुट चेंज करते हैं. जब भी हम इनपुट चेंज करेंगे तब आउटपुट चेंज होगा. पर कभी कभी क्या होता है, ना मैंने इनपुट चेंज किया, ना मैंने ऑपरेटिंग कंडीशन, मतलब जो एनवायरमेंटल कंडीशन है मैंने वो भी नहीं चेंज की इंस्ट्रूमेंट की, ना मैंने उसकी लोडिंग कंडीशन, जैसे कि यूटीएम में हमको पता है ना, हम लोड अप्लाई करते हैं, करते हैं कि नहीं लोड अप्लाई? मैंने लोड कंडीशन भी चेंज नहीं की, तब भी क्या कर रहा है मेरा इंस्ट्रूमेंट, क्या कर रहा है, ड्रिफ्ट कर रहा है। ड्रिफ्ट का मतलब क्या है कि इंस्ट्रूमेंट जो है ना, आना चाहिए, सपोज करो रीडिंग आनी चाहिए 1, कितनी आनी चाहिए 1, और रीडिंग जबरदस्ती आ रही है 1.1, ठीक है, और अनडिजायर्ड है ये, क्योंकि मैंने ना इनपुट चेंज किया, ना मैंने ऑपरेटिंग कंडीशन चेंज की, ना मैंने लोड चेंज किया, जैसे कि कार में होता है, मैंने कुछ भी नहीं किया, बट फिर भी क्या हो रहा है, गाड़ी क्या हो रही है, ऑटोमेटिकली ड्रिफ्ट हो रही है। तो अगर कोई अनडिजायर्ड ग्रेजुअल डिपार्चर होता है इंस्ट्रूमेंट आउटपुट का, इंस्ट्रूमेंट आउटपुट का, ठीक है, विच इज नॉट रिलेटेड टू एनी चेंज इन इनपुट, ऑपरेटिंग कंडीशन और लोड, such kind of characteristic is called as drift. Drift is actually undesirable. Get it right? Drift is undesirable. अब ड्रिफ्ट को समझना है तो सबसे पहले आते हैं, देखो आपने वेंचुरीमीटर और ओरिफिस प्लेट पे लास्ट टाइम एक्सपेरिमेंट्स कर रहे होगे, बराबर? तो ओरिफिस प्लेट में हम क्या करते हैं, ओरिफिस प्लेट में हम क्या मेजर करते हैं, फ्लो। वेंचुरी में भी हम क्या मेजर करते हैं, फ्लो मेजर करने की कोशिश करते हैं, करेक्ट? अब अगर सपोज करो मेरा वेंचुरी और ओरिफिस का जो प्लेट है वो अंदर से इरोडेड है, समझ रहा है क्या कह रहा हूँ, अंदर से इरोडेड है, जिसके वजह से वो जो मेरा प्लेट है वो क्या हो गया, वियर हो गया, ठीक है। तो ऑटोमेटिकली क्या होगा, मेरा जो मेरा फ्लो आना चाहिए वो करेक्ट फ्लो वैल्यू मुझे आउटपुट में दिखेगी नहीं। फ्लो मेजर करने के लिए जो मैं वेंचुरी या ओरिफिस यूज करता हूँ, फ्लो किसमें होता है, मीटर क्यूब पर सेकेंड, बराबर ना? तो हम फ्लो को मेजर करते हैं कि नहीं, इन टर्म्स ऑफ सीडी मेजर करते हैं या इन टर्म्स ऑफ क्यू मेजर करते हैं। तो जो वैल्यू मेरी एक्चुअल में आनी चाहिए वो नहीं आएगी। क्यों नहीं आएगी? क्योंकि इंस्ट्रूमेंट में क्या है, अगर वियर एंड इरोजन है तो ये चीज हो सकती। दूसरी चीज पे आते हैं, दूसरा एग्जांपल देखो, रेजिस्टेंस थर्मोमीटर। आपने सुना होगा, अभी बताया मैंने, रेजिस्टेंस थर्मोमीटर क्या होता है, टेम्परेचर को किस में कन्वर्ट करता है, रेजिस्टेंस। अब अगर सपोज करो एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर, मतलब सपोज करो टेम्परेचर की वजह से, हाई टेम्परेचर की वजह से मेटलर्जिकल स्ट्रक्चरल चेंजेस, ये तो सुना है तुमने, स्ट्रक्चरल चेंजेस होते हैं, सुना है ना, हाई टेम्परेचर पे हमने एमटी में पढ़ा है, स्ट्रक्चरल चेंजेस होते हैं या नहीं? तो सपोज करो स्ट्रक्चरल चेंजेस की वजह से, मतलब एटॉमिक चेंज होता है, यानी क्रिस्टल चेंज भी हमने पढ़ा है, क्रिस्टल डिफेक्ट, ठीक है। तो अगर हाई टेम्परेचर पे अगर मेरा स्ट्रक्चरल चेंज हो गया, या क्या चेंज हो गया, एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर चेंज हो गया, तो अगर स्ट्रक्चर या एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर चेंज होगा तो ऑटोमेटिकली मेरा रेजिस्टेंस चेंज होगा या नहीं? क्योंकि एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर चेंज होने का मतलब इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फ्लो हो रहे हैं या नहीं, ठीक है। तो अल्टीमेटली क्या चेंज हो गया, मेरा रेजिस्टेंस चेंज हो गया। तो अगर रेजिस्टेंस ऑटोमेटिकली चेंज हो रहा है जस्ट हीट के वजह से, समझ रहा है, और किस वजह से, कंटेमिनेशन में, सपोज करो वो मेटल जो पार्ट है ना हमारा कंटेमिनेटेड है, कंटेमिनेटेड मतलब बोल सकते हैं उसमें आउटसाइड इंप्योरिटी है जो क्या कर रही है, उसके टेम्परेचर को और ज्यादा इंक्रीज कर रही है। एनीवन, आई थिंक समवन हैज रिस्पोंडेड इन द चैट। हाँ, अगर सपोज करो कुछ कंटेमिनेशन है, वो कंटेमिनेशन क्या कर रहा है, टेम्परेचर सपोज करो 10 डिग्री बढ़ना चाहिए था, और ये कंटेमिनेशन क्या कर रहा है, टेम्परेचर को कितना बढ़ा रहा है, मेरे रेजिस्टेंस के 11 डिग्री बढ़ा रहा है। तो 1 डिग्री का डेफिसिट इंक्रीज आ रहा है या नहीं, और ये 1 डिग्री इंक्रीज क्या करेगा, रेजिस्टेंस चेंज ज्यादा देगा या नहीं, तो उसकी वजह से मेरा इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑटोमेटिकली क्या होगा, ड्रिफ्ट होगा या नहीं, ठीक है। दिस इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड अनडिजायरेबल gradual departure of the instrument reading over a period of time that is unrelated to that is unrelated to input, operating condition or load. I hope you're getting. Anyone who wants to ask, if there is anyone who wants to ask, let me know. कुछ पूछना है तो पूछो सर। अगर टेम्परेचर लो, देखो अगर टेम्परेचर लो हो जाएगा, अगर टेम्परेचर लो हो जाएगा बेटा, तो टेम्परेचर लो हो जाएगा, इसका मतलब भी क्या है, रीडिंग सही नहीं आएगी ना। ड्रिफ्ट का मतलब ये बिल्कुल नहीं है कि एक ही साइड पे ड्रिफ्ट हो, ड्रिफ्ट पॉजिटिव साइड पे भी हो सकता है। अगर ये मेरी 0 स्केल है तो ड्रिफ्ट पॉजिटिव साइड पे भी जा सकता है और बेटा नेगेटिव साइड पे भी जा सकता है, समझ रहा है? तो दोनों तरीके से मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा, इंस्ट्रूमेंट को क्या चेक करना पड़ेगा कि ये ड्रिफ्ट ना हो। तो अगर आपको ड्रिफ्ट को रोकना है तो आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, इंस्पेक्शन करते रहना पड़ेगा आपके इंस्ट्रूमेंट का, प्रॉपर इंस्पेक्शन, प्रॉपर मेंटेनेंस। अगर आप इंस्ट्रूमेंट का रखोगे तो आपको ये जो ड्रिफ्ट है आप उसको अवॉइड कर सकते हैं। तो नॉर्मली आप ड्रिफ्ट को अवॉइड नहीं कर सकते, आपको ड्रिफ्ट को बियर करना पड़ता है, समझ रहे हैं? टॉलरेंसेस के थ्रू करते हैं, ड्रिफ्ट को बियर करने की कोशिश करते हैं। ओके ओके, so
okay, understood.
we'll get to the next part now. What is the next part? या हिस्टेरेसिस है, हिस्टेरेसिस से बेटर है और कुछ है, एक सेकेंड। रिपीटेबिलिटी कितना टाइम हो गया, डू वी हैव टाइम है? चलो हिस्टेरेसिस पहले देख लेते हैं। हिस्टेरेसिस में क्या है बताता हूँ, वन सेकेंड ना, आई वॉन्ट टू एक्सप्लेन टू यू हिस्टेरेसिस। देखो हिस्टेरेसिस क्या है, 2 मिनट लगेगा बस। Suppose, just look at this thing. I'll again do one thing. I'll take a line. Hysteresis, na? Yeah. I'm just taking this line. I hope everyone is able to see this line. Okay. Suppose there is an input. Suppose I am measuring pressure gauge. Okay. I am trying to measure pressure value. So I am going to measure some kind of pressure value. Okay. Okay. Of what? Suppose I want to measure the pressure. What pressure अगर मुझे measure करना है, input दे दिया मैंने कुछ, ठीक है, ठीक है, कुछ fluid दे दिया मैंने, input में मेरा fluid flow है, ठीक है, और मुझे क्या करना है, सपोज करो उसका प्रेशर मेजर करना है। तो जब मैंने प्रेशर मेजर करना है, तो जब इनिशियली मैं इनपुट दूंगा, सपोज करो इनपुट में फ्लूइड फोर्स दे देता हूँ। आई होप यू आर गेटिंग। फ्लूइड मैंने तुम्हें पढ़ाया नहीं है, इसलिए तुम्हें शायद फ्लूइड नहीं समझे, तो फोर्स तो तुम्हें पता होगा। सपोज करो मैं फोर्स अप्लाई करता हूँ, ठीक है, तो जब मैं इनिशियली जब 0 पे रहेगा तो प्रेशर क्या रहेगा, 0 रहेगा। जैसे जैसे फोर्स बढ़ेगा, ठीक है, वैसे ही प्रेशर की वैल्यू भी क्या होगी, बढ़ेगी या नहीं, समझ रहा है। सपोज करो ये है, दिख रहा है ये लाइन, इसके अगेंस्ट मुझे क्या मिल रहा है, यहाँ पे कुछ प्रेशर मिल रहा है या नहीं, करेक्ट। तो ये प्रेशर सपोज करो कुछ भी है, बार में है ये प्रेशर, तो जब मैंने इनपुट दिया तो ऑटोमेटिकली मुझे क्या मिलेगा, प्रेशर मिलेगा या नहीं। ये किस में मिल रहा है प्रेशर वैल्यू, सपोज करो गॉज में मिल रही है, प्रेशर गेज में, ठीक है। अब मैं क्या करता हूँ, मैं अपने इंस्ट्रूमेंट को रिलीज करता हूँ, ठीक है। जब मैं इंस्ट्रूमेंट को रिलीज करूंगा, मुझे खुद बताओ, जब मैं इंस्ट्रूमेंट को रिलीज करूंगा, फ्रॉम हाई प्रेशर मैंने छोड़ दिया, मतलब इंस्ट्रूमेंट हो गया, रीडिंग मिल गई, अब मैं बंद कर रहा हूँ उसको। तो बंद करूंगा तो आना कहाँ पे चाहिए, कहाँ पे आना चाहिए, जब मैं उसको रिलीज करूंगा बेटा, तो उसको आना कहाँ चाहिए, यहाँ पे वापस आना चाहिए या नहीं, आना चाहिए ना। बट देखो होता क्या है, मैं वो बताता हूँ, ठीक है, ध्यान देना, आना चाहिए उसको वहीं पर वापस, बट एक्चुअल में क्या होता है वो मैं भी बताता हूँ तुमको। देखो आना वहां पे चाहिए पर आता नहीं है ना, समझ रहे मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ। उसको आना कहाँ चाहिए, 0 आउटपुट पे वापस आना चाहिए या नहीं, पर 0 आउटपुट पे नहीं आता। इनपुट तो 0 हो जाता है, इनपुट 0 हो जाता है, बट आउटपुट जो रहता है ना वो प्रेजेंट रहता है सिस्टम में, ठीक है। आई होप यू आर गेटिंग, दिख रहा है ये आउटपुट प्रेजेंट है या नहीं, है ना ये आउटपुट प्रेजेंट। तो ऐसे सिस्टम को बोलते हैं हिस्टेरेसिस। क्या बोलते हैं, ऐसे सिस्टम को क्या बोलते हैं, ये कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स के इंस्ट्रूमेंट को, कि मतलब मैंने स्टार्ट किया 0 से, मैं उसको पीक पर लेकर गया, यूज किया मैंने, उसके बाद मैंने उसको जब रिटर्न किया तो वो 0 पे आने की जगह इनपुट तो 0 पर आ गया, पर उसका आउटपुट 0 नहीं हो रहा है। Anyone has responded, sir, can we say that drift is kind of error? Yes, drift is a kind of error. Okay, let me complete this thing. So what I am saying that I have given some input, to that input matlab initially I am loading, correct, initially what I am doing, I am loading, to that input I am getting some output. When I am unloading, again this should reverse, ठीक है। तो output does not get to 0, output is not equal to 0, input 0 हो जाता है बट आउटपुट वापस से 0 नहीं होता। तो इस तरीके के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स को बोलते हैं हिस्टेरेसिस। क्या बोलते हैं, हिस्टेरेसिस। कैन एनीवन टेल मी, इज हिस्टेरेसिस डिजायरेबल और अनडिजायरेबल? मैं बताता हूँ ये कहाँ पर होता है, क्यों होता है, डिजायरेबल या अनडिजायरेबल?
अनडिजायरेबल।
वेरी नाइस, एज पर मैकेनिकल यूज अनडिजायरेबल है। अब मैं बताता हूँ ये होता क्यों है। आपने सेकेंड लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक्स सुना है, सेकेंड लॉ, सेकेंड लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक्स पता है, याद है कि भूल गए? हैव यू हर्ड अबाउट सेकेंड लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक्स? एनीवन, एनीवन? सेकेंड लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक्स क्या बोलता है, एनीवन? अच्छा, एनी प्रोसेस, इज इट रिवर्सिबल और इरिवर्सिबल? इन रियल वर्ल्ड द प्रोसेस आर रिवर्सिबल और इरिवर्सिबल? Let me know. Anyone? Irreversible. Very nice. Harshal also knows this thing. Nice. So we know that process is irreversible. So why do we know process is irreversible? Matlab, whatever energy goes into the system, the same amount of energy does not come out of the system. Right? This is the reason for hysteresis to happen. I hope you are getting. This is the reason. With whatever input we load the instrument, we don't get the same output. Matlab, we don't, whatever input we give, we get some output. But whenever we try to unload it, due to irreversibility of natural processes or real life processes, this hysteresis occur. So hysteresis is an undesirable phenomena. Okay? It can be desirable in some cases. I will explain you some cases later in the next lectures, but actually for mechanical system, hysteresis is undesirable. We will get to this slide. We will just look at the slide. Okay, now just look at the definition. Look at the definition. First thing about this hysteresis, it is the difference between increasing input value. Yeah, it is the difference between increasing input value, matlab we are increasing input, and decreasing input value. Correct? We are increasing input. See, we are increasing input. Are we increasing? Then we are decreasing input, and we are getting some kind of output. Correct? Which affects the output value. This kind of characteristic is called as hysteresis. This is non-coincidence of curve due to internal friction of the part, you can say. And this internal friction is due to irreversibility of the process. Okay? I hope you're getting. It must be due to irreversibility of the process. I have also written the second law. Not all energy put into the stress part upon loading can be recovered upon unloading. Okay? That is second law of thermodynamics, rules out the reversible process in the world. I hope everyone is getting what I am trying to explain. Okay? Now, one of the example is pressure gauge used to measure pressure, which is having some kind of hysteresis. How do we overcome hysteresis? We again set the instrument to 0. I hope you're getting. We have to again set the instrument to 0. How do we set the instrument? By calibrating it. Okay? By calibrating it. How do we calibrate? We will know it later, how to calibrate pressure instruments. Pressure gauge. Okay? We will learn it later, how to calibrate. Next, electrical phenomena like voltage and current. These are also having a phenomena. Who is this? Rahim? Everyone clear with this hysteresis concept? Everyone? Is everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I like to hear from Ali. What have you studied today? What have you studied, Ali? Anyone can speak.
Yes,
Yeah, Ali. What have you studied today?
sir. We are study today sensitivity, drift, hysteresis.
Okay, very nice. Sensitivity, drift, hysteresis. Are all the things same or different?
Sir, different.
How do you, anyone else? I want answer from anyone else. How do you differentiate between drift and hysteresis? Anyone? Please, I need other faces to answer. You can answer to me. How is hysteresis and drift different? How is hysteresis and drift different? Anyone?
Sir, we cannot calibrate.
Yes, Shoaib, bolo. Hysteresis and drift. Hysteresis क्या है? Without change of output, we are getting without change in input loading condition, we are getting some kind of output. Okay, which is undesirable. Okay, which is undesirable. And what do you mean by hysteresis? Hysteresis क्या था? Loading and unloading के time पे, the difference between increasing input value, you are increasing the input and then again you are decreasing the input. But even though you are increasing and decreasing, output is not getting to 0. There is some change in output. Matlab there is some effect of output. Okay. What is most desirable out of these three? Sensitivity, drift, or hysteresis? What will you desire to have in your instrument? What will you desire to have in your instrument?
Sensitivity.
Sensitivity. Okay. Anyone else who would like to have hysteresis? Why would you not like to have hysteresis? Anyone? Why do you not want hysteresis?
सर एरर आएगा फिर नेक्स्ट टाइम रीडिंग लेंगे ना सर तो एरर आएगा वो जीरो से नहीं होगा वो जो जो न्यू वैल्यू है ना वही से आगे जाएगा फिर
अच्छा,
तो
तो
एरर आएगा सर
तो कंट्रोल कर सकते हो क्या? कर सकते हो हिस्टेरिसिस को कंट्रोल? अनस? Yes, Anas. Can you control hysteresis? I was expecting you people to answer. Anyways, thank you so much. I'm ending the lecture. बार बार पॉसिबल नहीं है ना सर, बार बार कैलिब्रेट करना. I am asking you, I am just asking you, can you control hysteresis or not?
Yes, sir.
How can
We
you
can control.
How?
Sir, by inspection, sir.
How can you control by inspection?
सर मतलब टाइम टू टाइम उसको पॉइंटर को सही करेंगे जीरो पे लाके.
वेरी नाइस, वेरी नाइस, वेरी नाइस. तो इसको कंट्रोल नहीं कर रहे आप, इसको रेमेडी दे रहे हैं ना. कंट्रोल तो रोकना रहता है ना, जीरो पे पहले ही आ जाना चाहिए. इसके लिए आपको चेक करना होगा तो नहीं है इंस्ट्रूमेंट में कैलिब्रेशन प्रॉपर है या नहीं, जैसे कि इसने अरसलान ने लिखा है. ओके ओके, चलो.
Yes, sir.
डन विद द लेक्चर. I expect